Okay, so who we are is we are infinite spirits that can't experience anything material because we're ephemeral. We can't touch anything. So coming to Playground Earth is like an amusement park ride. It's just all immersive. At the beginning of the universe, or beginning of matter, there was an explosion apparently, and lots of activity streams. This thing hit that thing, which caused that thing, which hit this thing, which caused that thing, and so on and so forth. And there was just an infinite number of these activity streams swirling and dancing with each other. And eventually, just through chance, that activity stream coalesces into this form that my infinite spirit on the inside, that which is me, I get to ride it for a little while. It's surfing. I'm surfing my body, so to speak. I'm surfing this activity stream that I can identify as this human form. But you can watch it over a period of time and it just starts to dissipate. It goes on its merry way. And at some point it will be incapable of supporting my surfing. Kind of like when you go to a beach and you see the surfers get on, catch the wave. Eventually, the wave dies down, and surfer goes, "Wow, that was fun." And so that's what's happening here. And normally, from the time we're born, or the time we come into this activity stream, this playground Earth, this ride, other people are trying to tell us what it's all about, but they don't understand themselves because nobody ever explained it to them, you know? And so it's like you arrive in this world without the intelligence or without the education to know why you arrived in this world. And it takes a little time to get used to surfing these things. And then, so a lot of people will reach the dissolution point without understanding that they are surfing the ride and this is a game and we're just having a good time doing whatever it is that we're doing, and it's just the game. And the reason for doing good is because it's wise selfishness, as the Dalai Lama says. He says that if I treat you right, you will treat me right, or you will treat that person right and they will treat me right. It's just wise selfishness. If I go to if I get angry at you or if I yell at you or something like that, one, I'm forgetting that you and I both are infinite spirits. Because if I knew that you were an infinite spirit who believes that you are who you think you are because you haven't been taught yet, you haven't made that realization that you're an infinite spirit and not just this little uh, garment, this little, you're so much more spectacular than you can ever imagine. And once you realize that, it's just a realization. It's like, so when you're watching a movie and it's a cliffhanger and there's a whole lot of stuff going on leading up to the cliffhanger, and then when the cliffhanger reveals itself, you go, oh, that's what that was all about. Holy crap. Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. I got it. I got it. You know that feeling, right? Okay, so that's what all this is. You're going to realize that you are this spectacular, infinite, marvelous, delightful, multifaceted entity of imperialism. Is that a word? I have no clue. But so now, imagine like that movie or that show that I just mentioned, The Cliffhanger. Now you go with your best friend and you say, hey, let's watch this movie. And you know everything there is to know about it. And you're just kind of watching them going, yeah, it's pretty exciting, isn't it? Yeah, you ought to be scared here. And you know exactly what that feels like. And you also know that it's has nothing to do with the reality at the end of it. You know, it's like, yeah, play your mental games. That's hilarious. Yeah, watching a drunk person, and then at some point you go, oh my God, I got it. I get it. Yeah, and if you can do that before the energy stream fades away, and so that you can't do anything with it, you can't experience playground earth, then it's like, if you get it before you die, before you can no longer inhabit this energy stream, then the rest of it is just a wild ride. It's hilarious. You see people going through their, this isn't the hilarious part, but you know that this world is populated by infinite spirits that nothing can harm, and they're just playing the game of planet Earth, this very immersive game. And you look at them and you go, oh my God, I know you're in pain, but I know the end of it. So you're compassionate, you help them, knowing that your help is part of what gets them to understand that you are not the personality that you created when you first came into the world and was told who you were. You are something so much grander than that. And so is everybody else. And so instead of thinking and wondering about what's going to go on in the future, you actually recognize that this instance is the game. It's the whole purpose of the whole thing is just to experience what's happening this instant. Because it's never happened before, it will never happen again, and if you blink, you've missed it. That's the whole purpose of this existence. And when you get it, I don't know about for other people when they get it, I just know when I got it. It's a it's a realization that this internal spirit, that who you are is everybody else as well. It it's just individual facets of that which is the source of all things. And so you can't judge anybody for being anything because they're spectacular in just the way that they are, because that's the only way they could have been if they didn't realize their true self. It's a heck of a game. It really is. You can shut that up.